I just wanted to make a short video, and and I definitely mean short. Hopefully under 5 minutes, not my usual 20-minute plus video. Just on self-acknowledgement and self-care, two kind of phrases came to mind this morning. Perhaps because it's something that it would be good for me to do more often. And especially in the midst of the kind of variance of mental health, where it's so up and down, and how you're feeling, it intensifies moment to moment, days upon days. Well, one day you may just be very clear and feel very well and able, and you're doing lots of stuff, and the next day you're completely the other end of the scale. And so it's sometimes it can be really hard to hold the big picture in our heads of our health and the chronological journey of our health, and really it's really helpful to just let go and just in this moment acknowledge how you're feeling, and acknowledge the difficulty, and just to ask yourself, what I need, what do I need in this moment. It can take so much energy, outward energy, inward energy, to explain how you are. And it's a very common question asked, and when you see people, first questions, how are you doing? And for me that's becoming more and more difficult to answer, and you almost feel like you have to give a complete answer to that. I feel that way sometimes. I want to really be as accurate as I can, and when I don't feel the answer is sufficient or it's incomplete, then there's a reaction to that of, there's so much more stuff I wanted to say to them, or that doesn't give the full picture at all, what my reply was to that question. So I feel a lot of that can absorb a lot of energy, just having those thoughts of self-assessment of how you are, and it can add a lot of energy. And for me, in this kind of universal credit process, where that's at its most severe, to kind of analyze your health and all these questions about the health. And so sometimes it's really simple just to acknowledge how you're feeling in this moment, and also what do you need. At times that can even be tough as well. As I'm recording this now, to acknowledge how I'm feeling, it's beyond words, and so it can create a little bit of stress for the mind, because the mind wants clean, precise sentences and words and descriptions. And right now it's just a bit of it's hard to do that. But perhaps on a very basic level, you can, again, for me, to let go of perfectionism, to describe how I'm feeling. So perhaps a good way is just to, just looking at the time, 3 minutes and 50 seconds, and I haven't really started on what I wanted to talk about, so hopefully I'll get better at being more concise with what I want to say. But yeah, perhaps just, it may not be fully accurate or give a full picture, but you can use the word, okay, in this moment I'm feeling unwell, or I'm feeling tired, or I'm feeling drained, or it's hard to think straight. So it just gives you a bit of ease in just acknowledging how you are feeling in this moment, without having to go into detail and be accurate with that as well. And sometimes just answering the question of what I need answers that previous question. You may, for me, in this instance, it'd be good to get a walk, to get some fresh air, and that can sometimes dictate of, it must mean that perhaps I just need a bit of calming exercise. I need something to to help with a difficult time mentally. So a walk can help just soothe his mind. So either of those questions, just acknowledging how you're feeling, or and what do I need in this moment, are just two simple things that can be quite helpful in a time of difficulty. So I think simplicity can be a great kind of aid and that can go across everything sometimes, whether it's things to meals to eat, or simplicity in communication with friends, or simplicity and again just acknowledging how you're feeling. You don't have to, it doesn't have to be a huge thing where you have a long journal session. It could just be a moment of closing your eyes and thinking, okay, that's just get in touch with how you're feeling, and whatever way you can. For me, it's really, really difficult to do, but I can at least be vague about it, which is, and that's fine too, to be vague, but you've somehow checked in with yourself of how you're feeling, and what do you need in this moment. That it could be a glass of water, it could just be to close your eyes and be quiet for a few moments, to hit pause in the middle of watching a series, where sometimes you just need to hit pause just for a minute to breathe and just to rest. Could be to make a phone call or to go for a walk. So it's just something I wanted to share, two things that can be quite useful in a time when everything feels taxing to the mind. So just wanted to share that. Okay, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.